Action, go.
Hello, my name is Susan DeHerber, and I'm going to be training you this afternoon on how to use your new phones. The phones that you see lined up here, we've got the 7100 style phone. This is the one button style phone that most of the teachers in DPS have. The next model up, it's the 7208 model phone, and most of the principals, admin type staff counselors have this model phone. And finally, we have the 7316 model phone, which is primarily used for the main office personnel. As we get started, I want to point out a couple things about the phone. First of all, you'll always see the date and time appear in the window, unless you have a voicemail message. And in the event that you have a voicemail message, the date and the time will go away and the message for you will appear in the window. In addition to that, you've got a small message icon right here. This will light up when messages are present. So you're going to get two visual indications that you have a message present. Other things on the telephone, you'll notice you've got a gray feature button. The feature button is the Nortel Networks logo. And the feature button allows you to customize your phone to make your phone a little bit different than your neighbor's. Other buttons on the phone that you'll see is the red hold button. That's how we put callers on hold on the phone system. Doesn't matter which model phone that you have, they all have the red hold button. To take a caller off of hold, you simply press whatever line happens to be flashing. So if you put a caller on hold on your extension, to take it off of hold, you simply hit whatever line happens to be flashing. You also have a hang up button on your telephone. It's the lighter orange button. You can simply hang up the phone like you would do at your home by simply replacing the handset, or by hitting the soft release, by hitting the hang up icon. Other buttons that you'll see on the telephone keypad, you've got a volume control bar that controls the volume of the handset. So that might come in handy. You might need to turn up or turn down the volume as the case may be. To dial out on this phone system, whether you have the smaller style phone, the medium style phone, or the larger style phone, you are required to dial 911 in the area code. And that would be whether it's a local call or a long distance call. To dial 911, you do need to dial 9 to get an outside line, and then 911. If you would like to dial from extension to extension, you're simply going to dial the 4-digit extension number. And by the way, all these phones have a DID number. A DID number stands for direct inward dial, and that is a specific telephone number that gets assigned to each and every handset. So if I wanted to call specifically to a certain room or reach a specific person, I would dial their private number. By the way, the classroom phones do not ring. So if I am calling a DID number to one of the classroom phones, it will put me into that teacher's voicemail box. So just so that you know. Also, and just to clarify, you can't dial room to room by dialing the extension number and the phone physically will ring. It's just that if you were to receive a call on your private number during the classroom hours during the day, it's not going to ring in the classroom. However, if the receptionist or someone in the office were to transfer a call into your classroom, then at that point it would ring in. I also wanted to let you know that some of the phones are restricted. And the phones are restricted in the classrooms from dialing long distance. So you're able to dial numbers that are local to your specific area. So things within the 313, the 734, 586, 810, and so forth, you would be able to dial. Long distance, however, you would not be. Other things that you can do on the telephone, we've talked about some of the buttons on the phone. Let's talk about our check message button. You'll notice on the smaller style phone, the 7100, it's the only button on the phone. So basically the only thing that you can do on the smaller style phone is to call out, again by dialing 911 in the area code, or dialing extension to extension by dialing the internal extension number, or you can check your messages from the smaller style phone. So to check your messages, you're just going to simply hit the word check message, type in your password. By the way, everyone's password I have already set to be 4 ones, so you type in 4 ones, followed by the pound sign, and that's how you're going to access voicemail. On the other style phones, again, they all have a check message button. Again, you would hit the check message button, type in the 4 ones, followed by the pound sign, and then you can access voicemail. Okay. The 7208 style phone, we're going to talk about that phone next. The 7100, again, we've covered all the buttons on the phone. for that specific model. The 7208 model phone, you have 8 buttons basically that you can customize. Again, we talked about the check message button. The next button is the transfer button. So if I get a call and I'd like to transfer it to a coworker, all I have to do is simply hit my transfer button and dial their 4-digit extension number and hang up. The next button we're going to talk about is Call Park. Call Park is a nice feature because if I put a caller on hold, just simply by hitting my red hold button, it's put on hold on my extension only. But if I use the Call Park feature by hitting the Park button, it will say Call Parked on 101, and now it puts it in a park position, and anyone in the building can simply dial 101 and access that phone call. There are 99 park positions on the phone system. However, you do not have 99 telephone numbers ringing in. So for the most part, it's always going to be parked on 101, possibly 102. But again, the beauty of the Call Park is it will tell you in the window where the call is parked. And I'll show you for example. So if I accept this call and I hit Call Park, it says parked on 101. Now I can go to any phone and retrieve that by simply dialing the 101. The next feature we're going to talk about on the system is Page. Page allows you to page through all telephone handsets. So to page, I can simply lift up my handset and hit the Page button, and now it opens up the speakerphone and I can make a page through all the handsets. Some of the buildings do have zone pages. So you would just simply hit the word page and then follow the prompts for what page zone you're looking for. Voice call is the next feature we're going to talk about. And voice call is a very nice feature on the phone system. If I wanted to intercom through one person's phone, provided that they're not already on a call, I can use the voice call feature. So for example, if I hit voice call and I dial an extension, I'm going to come through the speakerphone of that phone, 3253. So let me 3253. So right now I'm coming through the speakerphone and I'm getting a little bit of feedback, but I can hands-free answer that person back. So it's a really nice feature because I don't have to lift up the handset. All I have to do is speak. So if there was a situation in my classroom, all I have to do is call the office and they would be able to hear me through using the voice call feature. Next, after the voice call, we've got our extension numbers. Again, the extension numbers matches your DID number. All the extensions are 4-digit. The 7316 model phone is the one step up from the 7208. You'll notice that on this phone, it has several extra buttons. This one that you're looking at actually has an add-on unit attached to it. Most of the schools do not have this add-on unit, but most of the features are basically all the same. We've got our Call Park, which we've already discussed. We've got our Page feature, which allows us to page through the phones. We've got Voice Call, again, which allows us to intercom through somebody's phone, provided that they're not already on a call. We've got Pickup. Some of the schools have pickup buttons so that if I hear another office staff member's phone ringing, I can simply hit Pickup and get that call. These phones also have conference call capabilities. If you choose to do a conference call, first you have to call somewhere, so let me dial an extension